I think CeeDee Lamb's the guy that goes through and just torches this Giants team the way him and Dak are on together here. I don't know if Pollard is someone that I'm looking to play, though. If he scores, that's great. But if he is not the one scoring, if it's the CeeDee Lamb show again, the cover of my quarterback coach this week is Baker Mayfield. Mike Evans is 72. Big fan of plugging Mike Evans into my lineup this week.
I feel like Trey McBride at 3,500 is probably where I'm going to lean. Yeah.
What is going on, everybody? John Impemba here with Britt, Flynn. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm Game Day Preview Show here. It is Week 11, Britt. Those are some of our Week 10 highlights here, and we're looking forward to a big NFL Sunday here this week.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Kind of broke my heart that you were right on Tony Pollard because he went down at the goal line or the 1 yard line like 3 times during that game. Yep. And I had Tony Pollard anytime touchdown. So it kind of breaks my heart that you were right on that, but you couldn't have called that game better. So
we'll see what happens today. It's a pretty interesting game script that we may be going on in that Carolina Dallas game. And then you had the CeeDee Lamb comments there basically being like, yeah, we've seen what me and Dak can do, but maybe it's time to get Tony some of his action here this week. So we might be in for Tony Pollard day today against that bad Carolina Panthers run defense.
You know, I wrote it in my Sleeper Picks article that's coming out on Fantasy Alarm this morning. I think that they actually do pass a little bit more, but that Tony Pollard is still involved. But those comments by Mike McCarthy, that little dig at fantasy football managers. Yeah. I was like, don't be an Arthur Smith, Mike. Please don't do that. We semi like you right now. Yeah. We're on this stretch. Please don't go the Arthur Smith route.
Yeah, it is funny that like they don't, like, your biggest fans of the sport, majority of them all play fantasy football. So like why dig at them? Why take shots at us out here that enjoy your product? And sure, there are certainly some people that maybe take it a little bit too far, but like the whole reason that we're invested like we are usually is because we have some fantasy football teams here. So it's kind of wild to me that like you said, some of these coaches do take some digs at at the faithful like we are here, tuning in every Sunday, whether it's a morning game, a Thursday game, a Monday game, no matter how good the competition is, we're sitting right there and we're watching.
Yep, exactly. Because you cannot tell me that somebody is going to watch like the Bears Broncos game or something like that, the Jets Raiders game, however bad it is, if we're not invested in fantasy, because some of these primetime games have just been kind of crappy.
Yeah, they certainly have been, but hopefully we'll be in for some better football here today. And I see everybody already in the chat, and I love it. Better Boss in there. Better Cast, Lex is in here, Toronto, Dave, Tommy getting the game, Rex, Albert, Medina, Foxborough, and Kevin. They're all in there asking our questions already. We will be getting to your questions shortly. You only got to enter it in once. We'll be more than happy to run these down. We will get these answers out for you all here today, because I know it's a big week 11, because as funny as it sounds here, Britt, fantasy football playoffs are only a couple of weeks away. And I know some people have their trade deadlines coming up as well, if they haven't passed already. So, these are some very important weeks for a lot of the fantasy community that's sort of like jockeying for playoff positioning here.
It's so crazy that it's already week 11 and that playoffs start in week 14. And don't forget, week 13, there are 6 teams on bye just right before that. So you really want to make sure that you win and you're not on the cusp in week 13 and 14 when all of these teams are going on by. So yeah, it's pretty important this week to make sure that you're getting in playoff contention and getting off that bubble.
Yeah, this last Thursday was a tough game for many fantasy managers. Mark Andrews and Joe Burrow going down. We know Burrow for sure out for the season. Did we get the official Andrews out for the season? Yeah, I know it was leaning towards that direction, but not great news coming out of that game there.
Yeah, what I last saw about Mark Andrews was that he had a cracked fibula and a torn ligament. Yeah. So it is thought to be, I think,
that sounds probably pretty season ending to me. Yeah.
Yeah, a cracked fibula. I mean, that's your leg. Like
Yeah,
you need your leg.
great, not great. I've seen enough broken legs for one day after yesterday with Jordan Travis, so don't need to think anymore about that happening here for sure. So it's again tough week there on Thursday. Hopefully we come out of this one a little bit better. On the injury front, we do have Devin Achane coming back this week here. Someone that has been obviously all over our Discord. Do I start him? Do I not start him? If you're picking between Mostert or Achane, where are you going here this week? Now, Britt, what's your take on this situation in Miami now?
I think that Mostert still has some value going into this week. I think that you can actually start both of them just because of the explosiveness of Achane, right? It's kind of like that Keaton Mitchell situation. Everybody was very gung ho and wanted to start him because, oh my gosh, he flashes so much. He looks
Right.
so good. But if you look at his snaps, he's only playing, 9 to 15 snaps a game, but he's still getting fantasy points. I think that's going to be the situation here with Mostert and Achane. I think that Mostert's going to be the workhorse back, and Achane's going to be that explosive guy, and they'll both end up having some decent fantasy value today.
Right. Before we do jump into the questions again, everybody, I do see you all in there. Just want to remind everybody that we do have the Sunday Night Football Better Cast here this evening. The Minnesota Vikings going up against the Denver Broncos. We see Better Cast already in the chat, throwing out some prop questions. Pre-game questions are loaded and ready to go. You can scan that QR code there. Download the free Better Cast app. Watch, play, win is exactly what we're looking to do here. Answer those pre-game questions. Earn points, earn tickets, redeem those tickets for cool prizes like autographed jerseys, mini helmets, memorabilia, and other awesome things like that. But you got to play to win. And it's free to do, free to download. You get in that chat. You watch these games with us, myself, Britt, Andrew Cooper. Howard Bender does the Bender Cast every Thursday now. You watch these games live with us. You answer these prop questions while the game is going on. The end of the game, whoever has the most points wins, and you have some opportunity to redeem those for some pretty cool prizes. But I know you're all over the Better Cast app.
I'm all over it. I was in there for trivia the other night. I mean, it was the first time I'd done trivia, but it was boom, boom, boom. Super fun doing that. I'm always in the chat, just kind of bickering back and forth with my husband at some point in the chat, which is always fun for everybody to watch.
You two just sitting next to each other, just chatting away silently on your phones in an app,
Pretty much. And we're like, what place are you in? What place are you in?
So cheating.
Kind of competing.
Download the free Better Cast app again. You can scan that QR code here on the screen or click the link in the description of today's show here to get involved with the Better Cast contest going on this evening. And then we got a little special announcement coming later on in the show as well regarding Better Cast. And, it is Thanksgiving week this week here, Britt. So we have some awesome things coming down the line here over at Fantasy Alarm. All right, I made the people wait long enough. Let's get into these questions here this morning. Let's see. Lex is with our first question, but Better Bass saying first one here. Better Cast saying I was actually the first one up. Lex saying what's up. First question of the day. Khalil Herbert has been activated. We got Jerry Jeudy, Christian Watson. Need a sit one and a PPR.
This is so tough for me because we don't really know what Herbert's going to do in that backfield.
Right.
I think I'm going to sit Jerry Jeudy.
Okay.
But man, it's really tough between Jeudy and Herbert. Watson just has that great matchup against the Chargers. And I know he's been disappointing, but I think that this could be the week that he goes off. Yeah, I'm going to sit Jeudy.
Yeah, I'm checking on the Donta Foreman status because there was an injury update on him. Do you have any latest news on Foreman here? When he's dealing with an ankle injury, because I guess if he wouldn't play, it looks like he's still okay. Latest from Jeremy Fowler on ESPN, Foreman is questionable but expected to play this week. So if he had been out, I probably would have had a little bit more interest in Herbert here, but I might sit Herbert just because of that tough matchup against the Lions run defense there.
Yeah, I can see that too. I think that's what I said. It's really, really paper thin.
Yep. Follow-up question here from Lex. Warren, Deontay Johnson, Christian Watson, start one.
I think
you got two Steelers against the Browns this week, and then Watson versus the Chargers. Probably starting Watson, right?
Yeah, I think so. Although I do think that Warren could be sneaky in a PPR format because he has been getting some of the passing work a little bit more than Najee lately.
Yeah, agreed. I tried to Dave with the alarm. Tommy saying good morning. Rex saying good morning to us all here. Better Boss commenting on there being hockey being played right now. I did not know there's hockey being played right now. Albert saying good morning. And then next question here from Medina. Half PPR. Don't start. Kirk or HN? Which one are we going? Which one are we sitting here today?
This is tough too.
The Dolphins are a team total here, Britt, on DraftKings Sportsbook of 30.5 today. So it's a lot of points.
Yeah. But I think that they're supposed to be, I think last I looked, they were 11.5 point favorites.
Yeah.
So I think that they might blow them out. And in that case, I think it might be Achan just getting some work back in. But the Jaguars have a really good matchup against the Titans. So I'm going to go sit Achan.
Okay.
And go with Kirk, but
I don't mind that. First game off of the injured list here. We saw David Montgomery only play 38% of the offensive snaps last week in his first game return. So Achan is limited. I know he's been a big play guy here, but may not fully fulfill the upside that we think there. 8-man full PPR, played Mixon, gave him 21, needs one of the three here, Achan, Gibbs, or Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is one of my favorite running backs of the week here, so I kind of have a little bit of a bias in that direction.
Yeah, I really like Aaron Jones this week as well, but man, Jahmyr Gibbs going up against the Bears, even with Montgomery back, Montgomery subbed himself out and put Gibbs back in so that Gibbs could get a touchdown.
Sadly, I had Montgomery at 1% last week in GPP tournament, so that pained me to hear that.
He's just being a team player.
Yeah, not this week, though. Not against the Chicago Bears. I think Montgomery's got a little bit of a revenge game narrative in play here.
Well, that's why I like Aaron Jones a little bit more this week over Gibbs. Otherwise, it would be very, very close.
Yeah, I'm buying into a video that I shared earlier this week of it was a breakdown of the Chargers and Lions game from last week and how bad the Chargers defensive line on one of the long runs there. By the time the ball was snapped, the Lions had moved the Chargers defensive line off the line of scrimmage by 3 yards. The entire offense just completely shoved them back. They had no ability to stop the run. And I saw that and I was like, oh, okay. So Aaron Jones this week. That's what we're going here. Stroud or Dobbs today? I'm still going Stroud. I get the Dobbs hype and the bad Denver defense or the idea of a bad Denver defense. So they did just go beat Buffalo in Buffalo. The idea that they have to go on the road, Minnesota Vikings here, no Justin Jefferson returning. I'm going to go Stroud at home and one of the best matchups on the board.
Yep, I think I'm leaning Stroud as well. And with Kyler Murray back, it does give the Cardinals offense a little bit more juice. So it could be more back and forth than what we're used to seeing out of the Cardinals. So yeah I'm sticking with Stroud.
We'll talk about that game, obviously, a little bit later on. That's for DFS purposes, some crazy rostership coming in on the Cardinals side of that game here today. Obviously, some of those guys are cheap, but I see Rondale Moore at like 25%. I was like, it feels that no Michael Wilson, I guess. Someone's got to catch other balls outside of McBride and Brown, but that guy's been very inconsistent over his career. Danny Finn's fan wants to know, start one wide receiver, one flex, Ridley, Dotson, Javonte, Deontay, Herbert, or Warren, or do I roll Ridley again? So I still like Calvin Ridley here in this spot. I'm not ready to. I've said a bunch this week. This is like the ultimate have to prove it to me game here for this Jacksonville passing offense. Go at home against Tennessee. One of the worst pass defenses in football here. So I like Ridley for the wide receiver, but where would you go here, Britt, for a wide receiver and a flex?
Yeah, I think I'm sticking with Ridley because Dotson, he kind of pulled the rug out from under us last week. He had been doing well, and then he ended up getting 0 points and 1 target. So don't think you can trust him. Deontay Johnson has that really tough matchup. I think I'm going to roll with Javonte for the flex.
I like that. No, I listen, back-to-back weeks of 20-plus carries for Javonte Williams. Yes, there was a bye week in between there, but nothing else. That just solidifies that he's obviously healthy enough to get the workload. The team is willing to give him the workload. So all systems go here for Javonte Williams. Ethan wants to know, needs 3. We're going to get a lot of Achan questions today. Yeah. So get ready for them. Achan, Madison, White, Singletary, or Henderson needs 3.5 PPR. I think we're immediately locking in Singletary here. Do we have Madison update on that concussion at all, Britt?
As far as I know, he is still questionable. I know he's been limited at practice, but I don't think that there's anything else. I'm checking right now.
Okay, I got it right here. NBC Sports. Vikings expect Madison to play. So good news on that front here. So I would give Madison the nod then. White has the road matchup against the 49ers, and Henderson's got the home matchup against Seattle. If you had to pick between them.
I think,
Or I guess
I might
Achan's in play here
Achan.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might roll out Achan
Yeah.
just because of that really large spread. I think that he might get some work later on in the game and just kind of run all over them.
I like that. So do you agree with Achan, Madison, and Singletary here? Or do you have a different take on the three?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yep, that's where we're at here. Ethan, good luck today. Graham wants to know 1 point PPR, need a flex, Dell, Singletary, or Lockett. Lockett is expected to play, but I am very weary because he didn't practice all week with that hamstring injury. And Pete Carroll earlier this week said he's going to be a true game time decision. Yeah, I'm fearful that he goes out for pregame warmups and maybe like re-injures himself or it tightens up on him. So I'm out on Lockett today for that reason. If you had to pick one, Dell or Singletary, Britt.
Yeah, PPR, I'm going to roll with Dell. Noah Brown's still questionable.
I actually think he got officially ruled out.
Did,
Let me
well,
see.
he got officially ruled out, and then I think that they backtracked and said that he was questionable.
Okay, well, that's interesting news. I got to
Because,
update my notes on that one here.
yeah, when I updated my
Yep,
my
right
note,
here, 30 minutes ago. Noah Brown still unlikely to play, but is now a game time decision. Well, why
yeah,
are you messing with us here? What are we?
right? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You said that he was out on Friday, then you
All right.
rolled it back. But with him being doubtful, I still think that it's Tank Dell. I do like Singletary, but
Yeah.
the PPR aspect of it gives me more Dell.
Yeah, Tank Dell, double-digit targets the last 2 weeks here. So this game is as back and forth as we expect. I think he's in for another pretty big game. Start 3, Ayuk, Montgomery, Pollard, Holland, Robinson for A&J Films.
Ooh, this one's a good one. I think I'm going to start Ayuk, Brian Robinson with Antonio Gibson, doubtful / out. And then it's between Montgomery and Tony Pollard. I think I'm going to go Pollard here. I know it's a Montgomery revenge game, but Rico Dowdle's questionable. So
yeah, I like Pollard there. I like Ayuk, and you went Robinson over Montgomery. Yeah, that's fine. I can go there. Gibson, do we know? Is he doubtful, right?
He's doubtful. Yeah.
So that's fine. First of your better cast questions, Ty Chandler over under 47.5 pregame today. If Madison's playing, you got to go under, right?
Yep, exactly. I really like Ty Chandler, but if he's not getting the carries, then it's just, not going to happen.
So like I said, download that free BetterCast app. There's one of your first pregame questions for Sunday Night Football action here. We're going under the 47.5 total there. Evan wants to know Jalen Warren or Calvin Ridley in a flex.
I think I'm still going to go with Calvin Ridley. Going up against the Tennessee Titans, I mean, they got absolutely embarrassed last week against the 49ers. I think that they bounce back this week.
Yeah, one of the things I took away, and I brought this up in the DFS show this week, was after week 1, when Christian Kirk was basically a no-show against the Colts there, and Calvin Ridley had his big game, Doug Peterson basically said, yeah, you know what, he kind of struggles against zone defense. He has a lot of success against man. You look at the defense that Tennessee tends to play right now, and it's a lot of zone coverage. So if Kirk tends to struggle against zone and Calvin Ridley's really good at finding those soft spots, could be a Calvin Ridley day here today. So, and I think that's one of the other reasons why you see Evan Ingram as, the second highest projected tight end this week in DFS, is that a lot of people are looking at, Ridley and Ingram to settle in those zone coverages Tennessee's going to throw out there, and maybe not so much Kirk, who kind of stretches the field a little bit more there. So I'm with you there with Calvin Ridley here. Brad wants to know 1 PPR needs 2 wide receivers, Wilson, Kirk, and Metcalf.
So Wilson is still dealing with that elbow injury, but he is expected to play. I think that if the Jets want to contend, he's going to be their only hope. So I'm still going to roll him out.
Yeah.
And the situation with Tyler Lockett, like you mentioned, if he's out or has a setback, I really like Metcalf in this matchup. And Kirk, he's the odd man out because of that zone coverage.
Yeah, I'm with you there. And then one flex, so Kirk or Barkley. I don't think we can play any Giants.
Yeah,
I know it's Saquon, but I don't know. There's such a low floor for the Giants offense here.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, yeah, we'll go Kirk here.
Yeah, I mean, what did Barkley? I mean, let me go just refresh. So 13 for 66, and then just 1 catch last week. I mean, I think I'm going to go Christian Kirk here for me. I think there's just more touchdown equity in that play right now, sad as it is. Thoughts on Watson? I know that he's been terrible, but so has the Chargers defense. I mean, I played Jaden Reed last week. I kind of like potentially playing Jaden Reed again this week, but Watson is still the number one guy. He's still out there a ton. So any interest here in Christian Watson today?
Yeah, I'm with you. I really like Jaden Reed. He's actually my play in the matchup report over on Fantasy Alarm. But the Christian Watson deep ball situation, Jordan Love has thrown a ton of deep balls. Watson just has kind of been
Not
set
caught
up with
them.
tough coverage, right, and not caught them. But I think that this week is, yeah, we finally see him this week.
I'm in for it. Great GPP play this week. Probably more of a FanDuel option for those playing DFS today. But Dina wants to know, half point PPR, do you start Kirk or Achane here? Yeah, you're probably leaning Achane, I would assume, right?
I think, yeah, you are. It's weird, but we're gonna go with that upside.
Yeah, he's a guy that can do a lot with a little. So I think we're going that direction. Then a full PPR needs 2 of Puka, Wilson, or Achane here. So which one sits?
I think I'm gonna go Wilson and honestly Achane.
Okay.
Puka just kind of fallen off.
I got Puka in DFS this week as a low roster play in a lineup. I'm kind of doing a little mini stack of DK Metcalf and Puka Nacua here. So hopeful that he bounces back, because you're right. The last couple of weeks for that passing offense has been very poor. I'm hoping that the week off for Stafford get that, and they claim that thumb is good. So we'll see. We'll see how that one plays out. And needs 2 in a PPR. Ty Chandler, Chris Rodriguez, Elijah Moore, Curtis Samuel. That's a unfortunate grouping there. Man, what do you do here, Britt? We know obviously the new quarterback situation in Cleveland. Madison going to play this week. Samuel's the number 3 or 4. Chris Rodriguez. What are we doing here?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Curtis Samuel for one. And then I think I'm actually going to go Ty Chandler. I wonder if they might take it a little easy on Madison and he maybe get some goal line work.
Sure.
So just shoot for hoping that he gets a touchdown.
No arguments. Listen, we did see Cam Akers get a role in that offense there before he popped the Achilles there. Matthew saying good morning. Ethan wants to know Musgrave, Conklin, or Parham. I put Parham in the watch list here today for Bender as kind of not a watch list, a dartboard. Wasn't the official full Impemba special stamp of approval, but I thought he was worth mentioning. He played over 60% of the offensive snaps when Gerald Everett missed week 7. He also had a 50% route participation, which is the most he's ran all season long as well, just because he is the starting tight end for that team. And we know the touchdown upside. Conklin's been getting targeted heavily by Zach Wilson's, but the only thing they can do right. And then we know Musgrave has a decent role there as well. Which way do you lean at the tight end question here?
Yeah, I think, man, this is so tough. I've been leaning Musgrave, but Parham with that touchdown with Gerald Everett being out, I think I'm going to go Parham.
Yeah, again, I think if you also look, there's no Jalen Guyton not expected to play today. Quentin Johnson's been super inconsistent, at least so far to this point. He did find the end zone last week, but could just be a spot where Parham is just someone that's open in these soft spots here. And get some passes today. So I do like that call. Dubs or Shakir, Rob wants to know today.
I'm going Dubs.
Yep.
I think Dubs has been very consistent overall, and this matchup's perfect.
I'm with you. And wants to know she needs 2 in a PPR. McKinnon, Rasheed, Cooper, Komet.
I'm gonna go Rasheed, and
I'm assuming that's Cup, right? I don't know any of the Cooper. Amari Cooper?
Amari Cooper or Cooper Cup. Yeah, I think it's Amari Cooper, and that changes things because with DTR in there, that just phew.
Yeah. Do you think Komet continues to see the target share with Fields now quarterback in Beijing? Because he was getting targeted a ton with Beijing under center there.
Yeah, I don't think it's as much, but I still think that he has a role. Just because I don't think that Fields really likes Darnell Mooney that much.
Right.
So I think maybe I would go with Komet here for the second one.
Komet and Rice?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm with you. Twitch gang in the chat. I don't have Twitch glasses. Do you have Twitch glasses, Britt?
I don't.
Sorry.
I've got my blue light glasses.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Blue light glasses for the Twitch gang here. Do we go DK, Adams, or HN?
I think I'm going to go Devontae Adams. I know he's got a matchup with Jalen Ramsey, but they're going to have to throw. They're going to be behind this entire game. And he has been able to exploit Jalen Ramsey quite a bit here. So I'm just going to go for the best receiver here. I could be wrong, but
Yeah, that works for me. Sal was saying a lot of people in chat today. That is true. So if you haven't already liked today's video, shared it, commented, doing whatever, really helps us promote what we got going on here at Fantasy Alarm. So if you could throw us a like and even subscribe so you never miss a show here. We do weekly shows all day almost on the YouTube channel here. It certainly helps boost up our exposure here. So would appreciate you all helping us out with that here today. Kincaid or Musgrave in a PPR for Rob?
oh man, I'm going to go Kincaid. The Jets have not been great at guarding the tight end, whereas they have against the wide receivers. So I think Kincaid gets a few more looks today.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I mean, hard to argue the production on Dalton Kincaid there. Nobody's been more excited about that than Coop. Just
Right.
just
We'll just send
nobody.
him a Christmas card with
Oh
Dalton
man,
Kincaid's face on it.
seriously. Nicole wants to know full PPR need 3: White, Najee, Achane, Sutton, Warren, Spears. What's the pivot if Achane is on a snap count? I mean, I would play him even if he is on a snap count because we've seen him, just massive upside here. So you have Rachaad White in San Francisco, Najee Harris against the Cleveland matchup, Sutton at home against Minnesota, Warren dealing with the Cleveland matchup as well, and then Tajay Spears against Jacksonville. I actually kind of like Tajay Spears this week, but I don't know, if I play him over anybody in this group. What are your thoughts here, Britt?
Yeah, I think I would go Achane, Sutton, and then Warren.
Okay.
I really like Warren's pass catching upside and the fact that he's been named the quote starter, even though he and Najee are basically both splitting carries.
Yeah.
White in that San Francisco matchup really scares me. And then Spears is fine, but I think that Warren has more upside.
Yeah, I would agree with you because he seems to be a little bit of a more effective runner than with the football this year, obviously. But the matchup here for Spears is actually pretty elite. Jacksonville allowing the most receptions to the running back position this week, so I threw him as a shout out for some cheap DFS lineups. I think he's like $4,300 or something like that this week, or $4,600 this week if you needed just a last man and value play over on DraftKings. And needs one: Ty Chandler, Samuel, or Cooks.
Are we doing Brandon Cooks this week? I think we're doing Brandon Cooks this week.
I'm fine with it.
CJ Henderson and Xavier Woods. Well, CJ Henderson out and Xavier Woods questionable. I think that they throw a little bit before they just completely.
I still think they throw. I'm with you here. I know a lot of people are riding Tony Pollard again, especially after the Rico Dowell news, and then Lamb's own comments suggesting maybe they're going to run the ball a bit more here. But I don't know. Dak's got 11 touchdowns in 3 weeks. It's not like they're not going to throw the football here. Better Boss wants to know in a half PPR needs 2: Barkley, Henry, or Jacobs. I'm going to lean the latter 2 here.
Yeah, it's tough to trust anybody on that Giants offense.
Yeah,
their
quarterback literally had negative passing yards a couple weeks ago, so can't see me do that one. If Pollard doesn't put up 20 points today, I'm benching him for the rest of the year. A lot of people feel your sentiments here. I was, again, not really in on Tony Pollard this week until the Rico Dowell news came through, and then kind of reading some of the comments. I went and pivoted some of my DFS lineups back into the Tony Pollard realm. So I'm with you. I'm hoping and praying we get some high upside plays out of Tony Pollard here today. And let's know Brian Robb or Rashee Rice for PPR.
Oh, this is so tough.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go Rashee just because that game is gonna be back and forth. I think Brian Robinson gets more work, but Rashee has more upside, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm with you. Sam Howell just loves to throw so much. Now, Robinson had 6 catches last week, which I think surprises a lot of people. We don't really consider Brian Robinson a pass guy, but, that game against, it's just a fun game to watch, right? Nobody wants to watch Washington, New York, right? So you get some exposure to watch the Eagles and Chiefs. Like, let's ride Rashee here. Just traded Dak for Waddle. I have Stroud and Murray, win or loss. Well, yeah, it's a win. You definitely didn't need Dak. Waddle, obviously, you hope that back got a little bit better over the bye week, but we know what kind of wide receiver he can be for sure. Ty Chandler or Foreman. So we got a couple of backup running backs here for Miguel.
Ooh, this is tough because I wonder if Foreman may be a little bit limited with that ankle. So I'm still going to go Ty Chandler.
I think Chandler is the way to go. Madison maybe still feeling some effects, or maybe they limit him a little bit coming off that concussion here. I think Chandler is a good play today. We got Goff or Kyler. Everybody in DFS world is playing Kyler Murray today. But Goff is in a great spot. His home numbers are way better than they are on the road this season.
Yep. I think Goff has, I think they're going to run the ball a little bit more with Detroit. So I think I'm still going to go Kyler, but they both have really, really good matchups.
What do you make of the Bears' run defense lately now? Is it a product of matchups, or are they actually pretty good? Because they haven't a lot of 50-yard rusher now in like 4 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's probably more a product of matchup than it is just getting Montez Sweat, but that definitely doesn't hurt because they were just atrocious against the run.
Right.
Before
Yes,
getting
I
him.
wonder what happens today with Detroit. Now, again, I'm still in on the Detroit running backs, but not to make a pun, but Bears watching if Chicago can continue to stop the run there here today. And Deontay Johnson, Rashid Pickens, Kincaid need 2 in the PPR. This is a tough question here.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Rashee Rice and Kincaid here, honestly.
Agreed. Another Twitch gang famine here. HN or B Rob as my RB2. Which one are you going?
Let's go B-Rob. We just know he's going to get the volume here.
Safer play. I agree with you. And then of the following, need to pick 3: Devonta Smith, Christian Kirk, Garrett Wilson, Mari Cooper, Jordan Addison. No J Jeff this week again.
Yeah, I'm definitely putting Addison in the lineup. Definitely getting Garrett Wilson in there. And then I think I'm going to go Devonta Smith as my third.
I like it. We can ride with that for sure. Let's see. John also tuned in on YouTube. Appreciate that. Same question below. Matthew, Deontay Johnson, Gabe Davis, or Quentin Johnson, half PPR. What are your thoughts on the Chargers rookie here today?
Oh, if you've seen his route tree, it's absolutely horrendous.
Yes.
This guy has some real big problems running routes. But I think with Jalen Guyton out, with Gerald Everett out, that
also they have. Like, who else
right.
on that team?
Yeah, it's just going to be out of necessity that he's going to get some work. So I think I'm going to go Johnston.
I'm literally Googling their depth chart because honestly, I can't tell you what they have after that group here.
Well, they elevated like 2 guys from.
That's what I'm saying. Squad. Like who is even on the roster anymore? Fehoko, Darius Davis. That's what we got there. So
yeah,
Alex Erickson, former Bengal great. Yeah, more of a just out of necessity, Quentin Johnson. More of a reason why I kind of like the tight end. Is Coop finally going to get the Stone Smart touchdown? That's what I want to know.
We'll send him a gift basket if it
happens. Let's go Quentin Johnson here today, Matthew. Jeffrey wants to know Singletary HN.
Singletary today. Yep. Yeah. With Dameon Pierce out specifically.
Kevin, need one of the following in PPR. Wilson is out today, Kevin. Gabe Davis, Noah Brown also out today. So Chandler or Gabe Davis, if you had to pick one.
Oh, this is so tough. Gabe Davis has really struggled.
Gabe, right? It's kind of gross.
Yeah, it's terrible for him. And he has been known to put up a goose egg in tougher matchups. So I think I'm actually going to go by Chandler here.
Yeah, got to go go Chandler and then or Chandler rather than Kevin. Like if there's anybody in your waiver wire, like let us know. Let us know who might be out there for you. You never know. Might be a gem hiding out there still for you to pick up this week. Tight end premium, Donta Foreman or Conklin. I'm going to go Conklin here.
Yep, for sure. That ankle injury still worries me.
And Conklin's been good. Some good production in the last couple of weeks out of him here. Singletary with Pierce out or B-Rob this week. Singletary coming off of a 30-carry, 150-yard game. Has a lot of people excited and forgetting the fact that he had 12 for 35 the week before that. So which version of Singletary shows up today against Arizona, do you think?
Yeah, how short our memories are when it comes to that. Right? I think I'm going to go Singletary.
Okay.
Because this game may be back and forth, and they may want
to
fall out of Kyler's hands. But yeah, I think they both have good days.
I'm with you. Dylan wants to know a few start to sit questions. Question number 1 needs a flex between Hollywood or McBride.
I'm gonna go with McBride. I really like those targets.
Yeah, really hard to argue that. Plus, we saw Kyler throw to Ertz a lot last year, seemingly picking it right back up, throwing to the tight end here. 1 running back, 1 flex. We have James Conner, Achane, and Waddle. Need 2 of that.
So I'm gonna go Waddle for sure, and then out of the running backs, I'm gonna go James Conner, especially with DeMercado out. I think.
Okay, and then 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 1 flex. Stroud or Fields? I'm gonna go Stroud there. Connor, Ford, Singletary, Waddle, the next group. So we need a running back and a flex out of the 4 plays there.
Gonna go Singletary, I believe. And then I'm gonna stick with Waddle.
Okay. Works for me. No arguments. But do we like the Ravens to contend without Andrews? I mean, is Isaiah Likely going to step up? I mean, that's the question. People have been hyping up Isaiah Likely since last year. Time for him to fill those shoes, but very difficult to replace a Mark Andrews. So, Rob here wants to know: Deontay Johnson, Singletary, Sutton, or Woods need 2 in a PPR?
I'm gonna go Singletary and Cortland Sutton.
Yep,
this week.
Yep. About it, Dan. What's up, Dan? 2 of 3, Nakua, Rice, or Hendo. I think I go the 2 wide receivers for me.
Yep, same. PPR upside all the way.
Yeah, War Eagle wants to know, what do I do with Chase since Burrow is hurt again? I mean, you could try to trade him if you wanted to, but other than that, you're playing him every week. You're not going to just bench Jamar Chase because they have a backup quarterback in there. If nothing else, maybe Chase just gets all the targets. So
I really hope they go out and try to at least get somebody who's sitting on the free agent market still.
It would have been nice for them to go get Carson Wentz, but he got signed, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about it the other day and put it in the article. Colt McCoy and like Matt Ryan are the 2 guys that are sitting out there,
right?
Which sounds gross, but it would be better than
Matt Ryan said he had no interest in the Jets job, and maybe the Bengals job is a little bit different for him when he looks at who he'd be throwing the football to.
Right.
Matthew wants to know: Pollard, Madison, Chandler, or Herbert needs a flex one. You're playing Pollard today.
Yeah, we're doing Pollard. This is his last chance.
It's his last chance. It is. Ansing loves Sunday mornings having coffee and peppering us with football questions. We enjoy having coffee and answering your football questions. So don't worry, my Dunkin' Donuts is right here. I'm more than fueled up on the caffeine. Need 1: Deontay Johnson, Jordan Addison, Ridley, Lockett in a PPR for Daniel here.
I wish I had my coffee. I left it on the coffee table. I'm gonna go with Jordan Addison.
Yeah, I thought about getting one of those Camel packs. Just kind of strap it on and just fill it up with coffee, so I can just have it by my side at all times here. But Duncan's does it for now. We got DK, Waddle, Saquon, Javonte. Sit one.
Oh, I guess this is so weird, but I'm sitting Saquon.
Yeah, we're sitting Saquon. Sad. Have too many good players. What do I do, Stu? Well, play them. Yeah.
Just rotate them. Get one of those D&D dice and just assign numbers and just do a random roll.
Randomizers, exactly. This guy's been killing me the past couple of days because of Surtain, Browns D. Choose 3: Smith, Wilson, Addison, Deontay, and Cooks. Still playing Devonta Smith. Are you worried about Surtain on Addison? Is that a worry for you here?
Nah, he did pretty well with Lattimore on him and with Josh Dobbs, like barely knowing the playbook. So I'm not really scared about it.
Right. So if we go Smith and Addison here, we need 1 of Wilson, Johnson, and Cooks.
Yeah, I'm going to go Wilson.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Rob wants to know: sit 1: Barkley, Walker, Ford, or Cook.
Oh, we're going to sit Barkley again. This sucks so bad saying that we have to sit Barkley, but
not great.
No, not at all.
Addison over Nakua with no JJ and wants to know.
I would, but that's
fine
just
with it. Again, I like Puka Nakua today, but hard to argue what Jordan Addison's been doing lately. And they're just telling us Stafford Stump's okay, but who knows, right? It could not be okay. Thomas wants to know: do I sit Aaron Jones, Robinson Jr., or Achane? I mean, that's great running backs you have there. I think I'm sitting Achane though of the group.
Yep, I think so too.
Dell or Kirk for Skeeter?
I'm gonna go Dell, especially with Noah Brown likely out.
Yep. Ridley or Cooks or JSN? Lockett's expected to play, so JSN kind of tough to full trust, but he has been okay lately. Where are you going here?
I'm gonna give Ridley that one last chance here.
Agreed. Cheapest cheat code DFS any position. The world is playing Rondale Moore, so he's $3,300. If you want to just trust the chalk, you can go there. He had 8 targets last week, highest gain total environment on the board. So Rondale Moore's probably the guy that you can go with for some upside. But I mean, how many receivers are going to be in this game that's under 5'10"? With Tank Bell and and Dortch might get on the field today, and with no Wilson, and Zach Pascal got ruled out as well for Arizona. So, they have no other wide receivers. So I'm gonna go Rondale Moore here today.
Yep.
Howell or Fields?
Oh, I'm still going to go Howell here just because of the volume that he throws.
Yeah, I'm with you. Again, a lot of people think that Robinson's just going to run, but Howell throws more than anybody in football. Are we on Brian Robinson, though? Sellers wants to know. I am. I am in on Brian Robinson. Again, he had 6 catches last week. So, it's not like they don't throw to him. I think they're more than comfortable doing that. Herbert wants to know Achane, Mostert, Jones, Connor, Walker, or Pollard needs 3 in a non-PPR. I'm assuming that's what that is. So,
Yep.
I'm still playing Jones for sure. Still going to play Pollard for me. What are your thoughts here on the 3?
Yeah, it's I think I'm going to go with James Conner.
Okay.
For my next guy.
Sitting Achane and Walker and Mostert?
Yeah, okay. It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. A lot of Herbert. Can you trade any of those running backs? That's a lot.
Yeah, right.
A lot of great running backs there to you, sir. Superflex need 2 Hurts, Howell, or Dobbs. So you're definitely not sitting Hurts,
right?
And I'm going to go Howell over Dobbs for me.
Yep, I think so too. More volume.
Yep. We answered this one already, but he's asked it a few times, so maybe he missed the answer here. Would you trade Devontae Adams for DK and Achane? I would.
Yep. I think so.
I would do that trade. I would get DK and Achane if that's what you're getting. You're getting DK Achane. Do that deal. Chandler, Dobbs, and Schultz need 1 in a PPR flex.
I really like Dobbs this week. I really like him. But Dobbs.
McBride or Kincaid?
Oh, why do we have to split the baby like this, guys?
You play both.
We love.
What do you got?
Right.
You got your thing there.
I'm gonna go McBride, but just barely.
Stu, I didn't miss your question. You're a beautiful person in YouTube, Britt. And then we got, was this an Arkansas thing there?
Yeah, woo pig suey. Hey, we won a game last night.
Hey,
against Florida International. Woohoo!
Does Caleb Williams fall out of the top 10 when he can't beat UCLA at home?
Ooh, that's a discussion.
I mean, the dude can't beat teams. Can he win football games? I know it's not all his fault. His numbers have been okay, but you got to win at some point, don't you?
Yeah.
Football games. Logan, Thomas, or David Njoku?
I'm gonna go Thomas.
Pick up Gallup. Oh, Kevin wants to know he could pick up Gallup, Mooney, Lazard, or Woods. What was his question? Scrolling back here quickly. Need 1 from. Oh, okay. So he was the one that had Noah Brown and Michael Wilson already ruled out. So is Gabe Davis, Ty Chandler, or could pick up Gallup, Mooney, Lazard, or Woods? I mean, Woods is like a dart throw at least. So.
Yep. Yeah, I think Woods has the best chance out of those guys, but still, yeah. Just not the best.
Maybe I think we went Chandler as our answer for him there, so we just stick Chandler or pick up Woods.
Yeah, I think I would still stick with Chandler if he's in that Cam Akers role.
Yeah, I'm with you. Twitch game wants to know start 2. Dell, Kincaid, McBride.
We're going to go McBride and Dell. I hate skipping over Dalton Kincaid. It really hurts my soul.
Stu, I didn't see a question come through. I see you kind of saying we missed your question. Can you just re-enter the question? Sometimes these things get caught up. So if you asked an actual question, throw not just the comment, throw your question back in the chat and see if it pops up this time. Pick 2, Thielen, Godwin, Rice.
I'm going to go with Rice here and Thielen. He's got a pretty good matchup against Jordan Lewis if they work him out of the slot.
I'm good with that one. Riley wants to know Chandler, Madison. Gotta go Madison healthier. Gotta go the starter. Singletary, Hollywood, or Thielen flex for a full PPR.
Oh man. I'm going to go Singletary. I think he has a good game.
Full PPR pick 2, Cook, Myers, Rice, or D-Hop here.
Oh, I'm very much in on Rice this week against that bad Philly defense. So we're going to go with him. And I'm also in on James Cook. I
Yeah.
know that he got benched last week, but with a new offensive coordinator, I think that he gets a lot of work against this kind of uh, exploitive Jets defense.
How awful would it have been if that fumble didn't just kick right back up to him,
Oh my God. I screamed. I was like, it was like I was watching it in slow-mo.
I mean, that would have. I mean,
It would have ended him.
well, the odds of a bounce like that happening is just go play the lottery. You'll never get a perfect bounce like that again. Pick 3: Mostert, Ford, Gibbs, or Monty.
I'm gonna go Mostert. I'm gonna go Monty, and I think I'm gonna go Gibbs. Honestly, I
Yeah,
think that you can get 2 RB1s or an RB1 and
we
an
did
RB2
last week.
production. Yeah.
We did last week. Scamper saying good morning to us here. Lex wants to know Fryermuth, Conklin, Parham in a PPR.
I'm gonna go with Parham. Well, actually, in PPR, I think I'm gonna go Conklin, but I still really like that upside that Parham has to offer.
Okay. Stu, I still haven't seen a new question come in, so sometimes these just get sucked up with all the questions that are coming in. Shoot me a tweet at me or throw it in our Discord. Happy to kind of help you out there as well. Sometimes, again, these things just get eaten. So apologies if you throw in a question and we haven't answered it. We're not doing it on purpose. Sometimes questions just get lost. Matthew wants to know, Mr. Logan Thomas answer, or Miss Logan Thomas and Njoku. Which one were we going here?
I went Logan Thomas.
Okay. That's fine by me. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Njoku. We don't know what DTR is going to be like as a quarterback here. Howell or Fields?
I'm gonna go Sam Howell still. I know that Fields is back and it's gonna be good, but Howell just throws way too much.
I agree. I'm not Fields' return in Detroit. That feels like a pretty tough spot for me. Detroit's defense has been pretty good here. Hollywood, Lockett, or Judy for Cook?
I'm gonna go Hollywood with Kyler Murray back. Lockett scares me, and Judy just hasn't really done much.
It works for me. Love everybody in the chat here today. Again, if you haven't already, can you throw us a like on today's show? Really helps us out a lot, boosting us up that YouTube. Algo here. Scampers in a guillotine league. I've always wanted to get in the guillotine league, right? And then I just forget about it when it comes time to figure out where to go to sign up for one. But he's got Waddle and he's got Diggs. Which one are we going today?
Oh, so the last time that Diggs played the Jets, he did get over 100 yards. So I don't think that Sauce necessarily locks him up in the same way that he did. But with the new coordinator, I'm scared that they're not going to pass as much. So I think I'm going to lean Waddle here.
I'm fine going Waddle again. The Dolphins today, if you go look at DK Sportsbook, even money on their team point totals at 30.5. So, just crazy there. Pick 3. I think we did this one already. We're sitting Ford.
Yep.
PPR need 2, Allen, Nakua, or Moore here today.
I'm going to go Keenan Allen and DJ Moore.
I'm with you on that one. Medina, we did this one. We're doing a Howell here. Addison or Rice and a half PPR.
So that last question was Howell or Tua. I think we did Howell.
Where am I? I'm just blanking out things. Tua for me, actually, then.
Yeah, I think here you go Tua, especially with that point total.
Did I say Howell and Rice? Is that what I did there?
Oh, it was Howell and Fields that we just
okay.
Yeah.
I'm blacking out, I think. I was up late. Addison and Rice here, half PPR.
Man, this is tough. Can you find a way to play them both? Man. I'm gonna go with Rice, just a better, more proven quarterback, but that's good.
Yep.
Good drafting, good wavering.
Daryl wants to know Chandler, Warren, or Spears need one in a PPR.
I think I like
Warren.
A
similar question earlier today.
Yeah, I think I do like Warren.
Better boss going with Jameson Williams as the low roster cheap DFS play. Can he catch a football?
Right.
If he can catch a football, maybe so. Wish you luck there today, sir. That's a great game for you, right? You're big on Fields. You got Jameson Williams. It's a keying in on Chicago versus Detroit. What's Matt's team? Do you know, Britt? What's your team? What's your go-to fandom there? I forget.
I'm the Cowboys.
Cowboys, is it Nico or Hollywood here for no cap?
Oh, I'm gonna go Nico.
Yeah.
Love Nico.
I agree with you on that one. Flex start 1, Monty, Javonte, Marquise, or Ford.
Oh, I think I like Javonte here. I really like Javante.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. No arguments. I think the 20 plus carries is hard to argue. But you missed the question on the Garrett Wilson Puka Nakua. Half PPR needs 2 of them. Which one were we sitting of that group?
Wait. This one only says Garrett, Wilson, and
Oh,
Puka.
all right. Can you enter it again, Medina? Full question. We'll get it before we get off here. Herbert or Kyler today? I still like Herbert, I think.
Yep, same.
Steele, I got your question. Here we go. PPR need 2. This one did not come through earlier, so that's why we weren't answering it. Walker, Achane, Laporta, Addison, Sutton, Deontay, and Herbert. And he said that he is already starting McBride. If that
So
makes sense.
I think I'm going to go Addison here still. And then I'm going to go with Sutton.
Okay.
I really do like Sutton.
Yeah, that's fine by me. I'm good getting both ends of that game here. Achane, I want to wait and see. Laporta is mildly interesting, but I'll go with the 2 wide receivers as well. JSN or activate Herbert here today if you had to pick one.
I think
I
I would
leave
activate
JSN
Herbert.
in this aspect, truthfully.
Do what?
I might go with JSN on this one.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
The target share has actually not been bad for him. They do a lot of 3 wide receivers because they're just in these back and forth games. And if Tyler Lockett hamstring is not 100%, I think JSN could be on the field a bit more here today. Byron wants to know, says he loves us. We love you too. CMC is starting. Thankfully, he didn't ask us to play him. Need 1 of Achane, Jacobs, Walker, and standard scoring.
Ooh, and standard, I'm going to go with Achane, I think. I think that explosiveness. What do you think? Am I crazy for wanting to go Achane?
No, Achane's probably where I'd go. I'm probably out on Jacobs, and it would be either Walker against the Rams or Achane. I'll go Achane there. Skipper saying thank you. Herbert or Ty Chandler today in the PPR for no cap skull.
Oh man, I'm gonna go Chandler here still. It worries me coming off of IR.
Yep, I'm good there. DJ Moore, Devonta Smith in the PPR.
Ooh, this one's tough. DJ Moore. I think we're gonna go with the 1.
Agreed. Elio wants to know Ford or Mostert today. I think I still go Mostert.
Yeah, let's go Mostert.
Fins up saying, Fins up, let's go Dolphins. Listen, Dolphins are going to crush today, hopefully, or else I am crushed because I have them in a lot of bets. A lot of bets today with the Dolphins. PPR need 2, White, Singletary, or Achane.
I'm going to go Singletary and Achane here.
Agreed. Devontae Adams or Hollywood Brown?
Devontae Adams.
Okay. Otto or Parham? Otten or Parham?
I'm going to go Parham. That matchup for Otten's just horrendous.
Agreed. Full question here from Medina. It was Puka Nakua, Garrett Wilson, Devin Achane needs 2 in a PPR.
Okay, so I think Puka and Wilson, right?
Yeah.
Is that what we said? Yeah.
Yep. Good there. Do I have any shares of the Jets defense, Rob? I have 3 lineups, and all 3 have the Jets defense. So $2,600 Jets defense. I know they're on the road technically, but there's nothing. I mean, Josh Allen turnover waiting to happen, and new offensive coordinator. Jets defense is good. Their offense kind of sucks, but their defense is still good. Yeah. Ferguson or Kincaid? I'm gonna go Kincaid here.
Yep, same Z's.
Byron says, I also have AJ Brown and CeeDee Lamb as my starting wide receivers, but he needs 1 of Gabe Davis, Jordan Addison, and standard.
Oh, go Jordan Addison. Gabe Davis has a horrendous matchup between either Sauce Gardner and or DJ Reed.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Elliot says, thank you. Matthew says, hanging out for a little while longer. Great. Listen, we got a couple more minutes of this show. 10 o'clock, go listen to SiriusXM. You got Howard Bender and Andrew Cooper over there for an hour, and then you come right back here to the Fantasy Alarm YouTube channel. Myself and Andrew Cooper taking you up through inactive. So more of a reason to hit the like and subscribe button here on our YouTube channel. Get notified whenever we go live with a live show. So you really can't miss it. We got plenty of shows still to come. We do 2 to 3 shows a day for football, basically, during the week. If you're into NBA, we do a daily NBA DFS stream as well. We have a hockey show. If you like breaking cards, we have a card show. I mean, we got a lot of things going on here on the YouTube channel. So give us a like and sub if you haven't done so already. Definitely helps us out, supporting us, and all the great things that we do here at Fantasy Alarm. Sam wants to know 2 flex out of Judy, Hunt, Chandler, and Hendo.
Oh, man. gonna start Henderson, and I think I'm gonna start Hunt. Honestly,
Love it.
with DTR, yeah.
Jonathan saying, I loved, not like, which is great because he also has a question for us. Murray or Fields at quarterback this week? I'm going to go Murray.
Yep, I think
And
so
then he's a
too.
flex of Ford, Ridley, or Pickens.
I'm gonna stick with Ridley. This is a make or break game for Ridley, but I think it's a good matchup.
No cap skull start 3. Hollywood Brown, Puka Nacua, Moore, or Nico.
The out for me is actually going to be Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood Brown works for me there. Stu Cat saying offered Walker for Dobbs. I have Stroud and Murray already. No, don't trade Kenneth Walker for another quarterback. Why would you? Is this a super flex?
Yeah.
I don't think you need 3 quarterbacks. It has to be a super flex. You wouldn't entertain this for a third quarterback. Otherwise.
Yeah.
But I think I would rather keep Kenneth Walker unless you're loaded at running back.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the only thing that makes this a question is the Cardinals bye week coming up.
Truth. Yeah, again, if it's a super flex, I guess. But then you're sitting with Dobbs, Stroud, and Murray. Again, I need to know what your running back situation looks like there for me to do that. Opposite way. The opposite way is
so you'd be getting
Walker for Dobbs, and you have Stroud and Murray already. Yeah, I'm fine getting Kenneth Walker there. Again, I wanted to keep Kenneth Walker in the first place if you're trading him away, so I'm happy getting Kenneth Walker here as well. So
yep.
Hunt or there you go, Hunt or Foreman with a half PPR this week.
I'm gonna go Hunt. That Foreman ankle injury scares the bejesus out of me.
Hunt is getting all the red zone work.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. Where I lost my place. A lot of questions rolling in. There we go. Kyler or Dobbs today?
I'm gonna go Kyler.
Yep, I'm with you there. Jared says start 1: Ford, Connor, Walker, or Pacheco.
Gonna go Walker. I think this is tough.
Yeah, it's probably Walker. I worry because Charbonnet has been playing a little bit more than him.
Mm-hmm.
I might go Connor. I take it back. I'm going to go Connor.
Okay. That was who it was between for me. That's why it was really tough.
And saying we only have 5 thumbs up. Come on, everybody. Give us some like, help us out. Rob on some. Do we have a list of shows on our Fantasy Alarm website? We don't have a link to the list of shows anywhere. Maybe we can work that out. We try to do is schedule all the shows about 24 hours ahead of time. So if you go to the YouTube channel in the morning, you can generally see what shows we have coming out during the day. But I can tell you, we do Alarm Fantasy Football every single day from 2 to 3. Generally throughout the week, we have, lightning round. We have Britt's Fantasy Blitz. We have Coop's Fantasy Fiasco. We have Quick Out Fantasy Football, generally in that 1 o'clock hour. So from 1 to 3, pretty much every single day, we have football, 2 live football shows going on. We have our Best Bets show every day at 4 o'clock. We have our NBA DFS show every day at 5. So from 1 to 6, we have live content here pretty much every day on the Fantasy Alarm YouTube channel. So plenty of awesome stuff to go on. Matthew wants to know, do we ever do post-game chats? In our Discord, we do, Matthew. If you're not already a Fantasy Alarm member, you see that scroll down there at the bottom. And forgive me, Britt, for covering your face here a bit. But we also have our QR code here. You can go to fantasyalarm.com/win or scan the QR code here on the screen. You can sign up for our annual or our monthly subscription package here. The annual package saves you $10 a month on the monthly, but we're in our Discord. Myself, Britt, Coop, Howard Bender, we're all in there throughout the day, chatting, watching football with you guys, tilting, reacting, celebrating to everything that's going on during the NFL games that are happening. So if you want to hang with us on NFL Sunday when we're not live on the YouTube channel, you got to get in our Discord. We're in there having fun with the family. So again, scan that QR code or go to fantasyalarm.com/win. Get in on the action here. Let's rapid fire through these. We are running a bit out of time. Let's see. Sean says he listens to Howard and Jim every day. Love it. You know what? Sometimes Britt's hosting that show. Sometimes I'm on that show. So you listen to us as well there, Sean. Appreciate the support. Need 2 wide receivers and a flex and a full PPR. Adam Smith, Dell, Rice, and Kenneth Walker.
Oh, man. So I'm going to go Adams, Dell, and Rice here, I think.
And then we got No Cat Skull, Cook, Mostert, or Pacheco needs 2 to start.
I'm sitting Pacheco.
Sitting Pacheco. Then final question of the day, everybody. Again, we'll be back. Don't worry about it, 11 o'clock Eastern time. Mahomes or Stroud? Is there weather concerns for the Chiefs game? What do we got for the Chiefs weather game here?
So I'm starting Mahomes because the weather is supposed to be moved out by the time that the game starts. It's supposed to be rain.
Yeah, I'm good with that then, Dustin. Go with Mahomes at home. Plus, Taylor Swift's gonna be in town, so Travis
She's
Kelce's
not.
in. Wait, she's not gonna be there now?
She had to postpone her show in Rio. So now
well, then I don't know. I might go Stroud.
Now the show's on Monday.
All right. Well, you know what? Now it's more of a toss up for me. I may go Stroud in that case. Travis Kelce only performs when Taylor Swift's in the building, so hard to trust. All right, everybody. Like I said, go listen to Howard and Coop over at SiriusXM right now, 10 to 11, and come right back here, 11 to 12. Come listen to Coop and I. If you liked and subscribe to the channel, you'll get notified when we go live in an hour, so you won't miss any of the news and updates, anything that goes on there. Britt, enjoy your NFL Week 11. For everybody else, I'll see you in a little bit. Talk to you then.